What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Dale Does Stuff. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the 2025 Honda Civic Si and how I just rolled over 15,000 miles. I'm going to let you know what I've learned so far. So for those of you who don't know, the 11th gen Civic Si has a 1.5 liter turbo, 6-speed manual transmission, and it puts out about 200 horse at the front wheels. It's got sports suspension. It's got this nice interior with these sporty bucket seats. It's got a digital display, which I'll show you in a minute. CarPlay, digital tachometer and speedometer, so you can see everything there pretty easily. The visibility from the driver's seat is actually pretty great. The pillars don't really get in my way, and at night the headlights just really light everything up. So it's great. Ride quality in this car is phenomenal. I drive this car to work every single day. I drive 60 miles every day with the car. And like I said, I've had the car since January, so 10 months right now. And we just rolled over 15,000 miles. And I'm loving the car so far. As a cheaper, sporty car, you can put auto lane and adaptive cruise on. You could sit here, relax. The surround sound or the audio system in the car is Bose, and at first I wasn't very impressed with it, but lately I turn it up to 30, 32 and it's bumping. It sounds great. Overall, I do recommend this car for somebody who's looking for a cheaper but sporty stick shift car that's new. I did a few mods as well, so I've done the PRL high volume intake with a cold air duct. It really makes the car sound good, especially when you're just cruising around town. You give it a little gas, you can hear it recirc. It sounds really good. I'll make sure to add some clips in here. And then another mod that I did was the Acuity Stage 1 Shift Kit, and I highly recommend that. It makes the shifting so it feels so much better. It's crisp, it's precise, you know when you're in gear, you know it really just seats well when you shift it. So been enjoying that modification as well. I've done a lot of appearance mods on the car, so if you're interested in those, I will leave a link up here and in the description so you guys can check out the mods I've done to my car. Mainly did the black accents. The stock of this car is just all gray. I got the urban gray pearl and it's just all gray. So unless you have a black car, highly recommend the black accents. They make it pop, they make it look a lot better, and it looks great. Throughout owning this car, I have taken it to the track, and when I took it to the track, I had it tuned. It is currently tuned with the TPS Stage 1 tune with a K tuner. I have been really enjoying that. It does wake the car up on the high end. But when I took it out to the track, I had stock tires, stock brake pads, stock suspension, and the only thing I really had done was the intake and the tune. So when I took it to the track, I went to Blackhawk Farms in South Beloit, Illinois, and it was amazing. I was keeping up with Corvettes. I was in the beginner class, so obviously everybody I'm driving with is also beginners, but my instructor was immediately like, dude, you're driving amazing, this car handles great. And I was taking corners and keeping up with Corvettes throughout the entire track day. So this car held amazing. I had the all-season tires on it, which kind of impressed me that they were holding up as well as they were. I'll make sure to add a few clips in here so you guys can kind of see that as well. But overall, this car has been really great. I've enjoyed the few modifications I've done because being able to hear the recirc, I think everybody enjoys it. I don't think there's anybody out here who's be like, that sounds dumb. And then the Stage 1 Shift Kit and tune together, you get up and go a little bit quicker on the high end, and the shifts are precise and it feels great, especially with the centering spring too. I can really feel that it gravitates towards the center a lot more. So some of the things that I absolutely love about this car would be the fact that it has this giant digital displays in front of me, connects to my iPhone, Navigation's perfect. It's just like any normal tech car. The adaptive cruise and the adaptive lane assist, well, just the lane assist, helped me out a ton, especially in the mornings when I'm a little bit tired and just, might not be paying attention to the road for 5 seconds. Those are normal things that you'll find in really any car, but with this car, you have the 6-speed manual transmission. You can hear when I downshift, it rev matches. And I think as getting into the newer technology age, a lot of people who are going to be getting stick shift cars might not know how to drive them. So this is honestly one of the best cars you can get to learn how to drive stick shift, because the rev match makes it so much simpler. So one of my other favorite features about this car would be the brake hold. When you come to a complete stop, so say at a stoplight and you're on a hill, you can take all your feet off the pedals and you will have no issues getting up and going, because the hold is actually holding the brake pedal for you, so you don't have to do the whole two-footed brake, clutch, gas at the same time. And in all honesty, it's kind of the fun part of having an old stick shift car, but this just makes it easier. The first day I had this car, I actually took it to Madison, Wisconsin. Very busy, very congested with traffic, and it held up fine. I had no worries up and down hills, at stop signs, stoplights, whatever it was, no issues. So now let's get into a few of the things that I don't like about the car. For 1 and 2, it doesn't have an area to have a garage door opener, sunglass holder, and like those are 2 things I'm going to use pretty often. 1, I need to get into my garage, and 2, it's sunny, I don't know, every day almost, so I'm going to want some sunglasses so I can see. Especially when it's summer and extremely bright out, or it just snowed in Wisconsin and the sun is reflecting off the white snow. It's so bright out here, I still need my sunglasses. So one thing I did to fix that is I do have a sunglass holder up here that replaces my oh shit handle, and it is phenomenal. Probably one of the cheapest and best mods you could do for the car. If you're in Canada, I believe they do have a sunglass holder, but that's kind of besides the point. A lot of people don't have it, so if you want it, check the link out below. I'll make sure that's in there. Also, the compartment on where you can charge your phone or put your phone, if you connect your phone with the cord and put it into the little holder, it doesn't even sit flat. I have an iPhone 13. I don't even have the newest one or the biggest one, but most of the time I have to put my phone in the cup holder, and that's just not convenient. Like, if I've got 2 cups in here, where am I supposed to put it then? I'll put it there, but it keeps it at an angle, and the cord I just don't like it. I wish it was I wish it fit into that little compartment a little bit better. Another little pet peeve I have, which isn't a big thing, but every time you get into the car, there's a little disclaimer that comes onto the digital display, and it's annoying. I wish that you could just hit OK as like every single time you want to start up the car and you had no issues, but every single time you start up the car, it pops up and it's annoying. I wish it didn't. I'm trying to think of more things that I don't like about the car, but I'm not entirely sure. I would say that the interior is very well built, except for some of the plastics in here. After 15,000 miles, I have noticed some rattles, some noises. So if I don't have the music playing and I'm just on a back road, I can hear, specifically up here where the camera is, I can hear that kind of rattle a little bit, some of the plastics. And if I hold it in place, I can hear it go away. So I do think that some parts inside of the car are a little cheaply made, but it also could be the fact that I took it to the track. I've been beating on the car and driving it fast. One thing I did forget to mention is the fuel economy. So I drive this car and I drive like a crazy person, and I've been getting 32 miles to the gallon, even in map 3, just flooring it. Most of it's highway miles, so some of you are gonna see lower miles if you drive more city. But when I was actually driving this to work every day and I was just starting to drive the car, I didn't drive it how I currently do, I was getting like 37, 38 miles to the gallon. So if you're kind of a more mellow driver most of the time, you're gonna see that better fuel economy, unless you're driving in the city. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but all that little rattling noises is kind of what I'm trying to talk about there. All right, guys, so as I was saying, the Civic Si has a 1.5 liter turbo. I do have the PRL high volume intake with the cold air duct, the stage 1 shift kit by Acuity, and the stage 1 tune by K-Tuner and two-step performance. It does deliver 200 horsepower, which is great for the car. The sporty suspension makes it keep up around corners, through traffic, and just navigating through town. But I do have to admit, I do wish that the car had a little bit more to it. And the stage 1 tune does help it out quite a bit on the high end, but I tuned it myself for a while. I noticed that the stock clutch is kind of the weak point of this car, so when I tuned it by myself, I was able to pass traffic literally no problem. But the issue I was having is once I got into the higher RPMs and it was really trying to give it a lot of boost, I noticed the clutch was slipping a lot. It wasn't just a little bit, it was a lot. So one of the biggest issues I have is you can't really give this car a ton of power without having to replace the clutch, or at least upgrading it to something a lot better. So as for exhaust, this is the stock exhaust. The only thing I've done is a resonator delete, and this is how she sounds at idle. In my opinion, she sounds pretty good, and in the downshifts I do actually get a little bit of burble, and like I said, I do have the tune, but even in map 1, which is supposed to be factory settings, I am hearing that burble. So hopefully that kind of helps you guys. If you want to get a resonator delete, it does give you a little bit more throaty sound. I highly recommend the PRL high volume intake on top of it, because you're going to hear that recirc, and it's kind of just the perfect combo. Here I have an insulated shift knob by Acuity, which I actually highly recommend. Like I said, I live in Wisconsin, so this is almost a must for me. The stock knob has a metal top to it, and it just absolutely destroyed my hand as I was driving. Not in a terrible way, but every single day I was freezing. Interior seats look amazing. Nice little sporty bucket seats. You can see both of these giant displays. And there's that message that I wish you could just get rid of. There's actually a lot of options that you can do with the speedometer, and I can potentially make another video on that. I think it's pretty self-explanatory if you just flip through the different settings to see kind of what all it offers. Right now it's yelling at me because we got the hood up. The screens are amazing. The interior is great. Ride quality is absolutely phenomenal. Sport suspension is also phenomenal. Taking it to the track was amazing. Having it as an everyday car is just, I keep saying the same shit, but having this as an everyday car has been great. I get to have fun driving through traffic. I get 31 miles to the gallon, and it's manual. It's not just an automatic car. I'm having fun with this thing. I do wish that it was faster, and I also wish that I could find something that was maybe all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, but this is just the option that I got, and I'm loving it right now. So if you're into this car, these features, if this is kind of what you're looking for, hopefully this helped you decide if you want to buy a Civic Si, or if there's something else out there that's meant for you. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in more Honda Civic videos, check out my channel, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.